artists, and welcome back to Art with St. Olivia. In this Procreate tutorial, we will be creating a peaceful window scene featuring a dog quietly enjoying the view. I'll teach you how to use various brushes to enhance your drawing. I'll also teach you how to fill and shade with color drop and alpha lock, and we will also create soft shadows using the multiply blend mode. And lastly, I will show you how to create warm lighting effects with the bloom tool and the add blend mode. It's a super simple, beginner-friendly project with cozy vibes and a calming style. So grab your iPad, open up your Procreate app, and find a comfy seat, and let's bring this peaceful moment to life together. Alright, first things first, let's set up our canvas. Tap the plus in the top right corner, and then we'll tap on the screen size. For our color, we're going to be choosing the first color in the first row, and if you want these exact colors, you can just drop down the description below and you'll have the color palette there. For our brush, we'll be using the Studio Pen brush, and now we will just put our size down to 3%, and now we'll just make a circle like this. It's fine for whatever size it is. And then we'll tap once around the screen to make it into a perfect circle. And then we'll tap up here and just go to the arrow tool now and just make it a bit smaller. Just like this. And now we're going to make the nose. So we're just going to start by having right here, let's say, and now just make a curving up like this, and then just going down more just like this. That looks good. Or maybe we can just put our nose a bit more up. Just get until you get the perfect shape. Just like a bit too up. I think that's good. And then now we'll go to the eraser tool and then just erase over here. Okay. And now we're going to start with our dog's neck. So we're just going to go like this. And with this line right here, we're going to just put it a bit lower. And then for our color, we're going to choose the second color in the first row. And just curve it like this. Like this. Maybe make it a bit more thicker. Like that. And then just fill it in. Over here too. And so now we have our color. And now we're going to get the eraser tool again and just erase this over here. Just like that. And now we're going to make our body of the dog. So we're going to go to our layer menu, which is right here. And we're going to make a new layer and drag it under layer 1. And we're doing that because now, as you can see, if I draw, then it's going under the collar. So we want it to look like, it's kind of like below the collar. Make it like that. And now we're just going to curve in and then make the foot. And then make another one like this. And I'll make it go up like that. And now we're going to go to the arrow tool and then go to the freeform. And I want to make it a bit more shorter. And then just go to the distort and make it a bit more out like this. Just edit it a bit like that. And now we'll go and merge these two layers together and then fill in the colors just like that. And now we're going to, turn on alpha lock for this. And I'm going to get this color right here and make the hind leg like this. And then the same thing for this front leg. Like that. And then get this white right here and then drag it in here. just like this. And then now you can see it looks a bit weird, like the leg, it doesn't look like it's fitting the dog, really. And just make a line. See how it looks. That looks so good. And now we're going to tap the plus again and drag it under layer 2. And now we'll just make the tail. Note we're not going to drag it in yet. And just like that, make the tail. Just like this, and then drag it in like that. And we'll just connect this over here, or just leave it like this. And now we will make the ear. So make a new layer, and we'll get this color right here. And then we'll just make an ear shape like that one, or maybe we can make it a bit more wider at the bottom. And then we'll go to here on the magic wand, go to the liquify tool, and then we'll set it to push. And then the size will be at 43%. And then we'll just push it a bit, the size here, and then push this a bit more. Like that. And now for our second ear behind it, we'll just get this dark color here. And then fill that in. And now before this ear, we're going to fill it in with a different color, like a lighter color than this one. So we'll get this color, and then just get a bit darker one like this. And just fill that in. Just like that. And then fill that in. Okay, and then for our eye, we're going to go and grab this color right here. And then just make an eye shape. Like this one, and then make sure on here you put an alpha lock, and we'll just make our nose. Just like this. And now we will just edit our dog a bit more. And I think our dog looks really good. So now we're going to merge all the dog layers together. And now we're going to slide to the right, or we just tap on it, and then we'll just rename this layer to dog layer, or we'll just name it to dog, since we're gonna have a lot of layers. And now we're gonna start by doing our curtains now. So tap the plus, and then for our color, we're gonna get this color right here. And now we're just gonna make a curtain shape, just like this one, like that. Okay, and then we'll get a color like this one, or this one, and just make the tie of the curtain, and then get this color again, and now make this part right here. Or what we can do, I feel like our curtain's a bit too tall. I'm just gonna make it a bit shorter by doing this. And then now we're gonna make our curtain. Go up here, edit our line a bit. And then make 2 of these arc shapes. And then we can just fill it in, just like this. And now for our second curtain, what we're going to do is slide to the right, and then we'll tap on duplicate. And now we're going to go to the arrow tool, and then go to flip horizontal, and then just duplicate it over here. So now it's the exact same curtain, just on different sides. And now you can see that I want to edit it a bit over here. Just put our size up. Just like this. And now I want to just edit our curtains a bit. So I just want to make them a bit more thin, or just like this. And a bit. Okay, that's good. And now for our window, we're going to create a new layer below the dog, just like this. And for our color, we're going to use this one right over here. And we'll just make, for our brush now, we're going to go to the calligraphy and use the monoline brush. And we'll just make a line like this. And then tap one finger on the screen and do a perfect line. And then go here, go to line, and over here we'll just edit it like that. And then make one more line over here. Just like that one. And one more line. Or what we want to do actually for this line is we're going to put it over actually like this. Like this, and then make one more line over here. And now you can see that the curtain, both of these curtains are not that equal. So what we're gonna do is whatever curtain you like better. So in this case, I like this curtain better. Is we're gonna go to automatic and then just select this, and then just say cut. And now we're going to duplicate this one, and then tap on flip horizontal, and now it's the exact same. So we'll go to layer 3 now, and go over here and then make a line, just like this. Like that, and then make another line over here. Just like this. And then now we're gonna just make these lines again to make it more thicker. So just go like this. Maybe make it a bit more thin. Like that. And then for this one, we're gonna do the same thing. Oops. Just make another line and then go here. And then go over here like, whoops. And then like this. And over here, in this line over here, we're just gonna just delete that. And then make a new line that goes all the way over here. And just keep duplicating these lines. Okay, so now that we have our basic windowsill, we're gonna make some lines in the middle. So we're just going to go like this, make one line in the middle, just like this. Maybe make it a bit more thin. And then make another one over here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is just drag these brown. First what we're gonna do is you have to make sure these are connected. So when we fill it in, they're not gonna all the colors are not gonna go out of our lines. Over here, and make sure you get everything that you think is going to go outside the lines. Basically just every line that you see. This one. And it should work now. If we do this one, and this one, and then say continue filling. And then we'll just tap the check mark over there, and then we'll just delete that. Okay, so now for our second stuff for our windowsill, we're going to get this color right here, and we'll just make the shadows or more proportion to the wood by just doing this, and over here. Okay, and then one over here, a line over here, just like this, and then one over here. Okay, and then we'll just, remember what we have to do? We have to close that shape. For here, okay, and now it should work. For here. There's something not closed. Oh yeah, we're not doing the same layer as this one, so now it should work. Yep. Okay, and then just fill that in. Okay, so our windowsill actually looks very good. So now what we're gonna do is make what the dog is sitting on, because right now it just looks like he's sitting on thin air. So what we're gonna do first is grab this color right here, or let's grab this color and then get just a lighter version of that one. Okay, maybe a bit darker. I think this one's good. A bit lighter. Okay, this is good. And we'll just make a line like this. Make sure the line is under the dog, perfect. And then we'll just go to the freeform tool and just make sure it's in the right aligned place. So what we're gonna do is actually draw it again. And just like that. I think that looks good. And what we're gonna do now is just go under the curtains, we're gonna make a little thing right here, which is where the shadow is gonna go, so we're not gonna color there. And now we're gonna grab this color. So just another version of that, a bit darker, and then make a line over here. Like that, and then we'll get one final darker version and just put it over here. Just like this. And now we'll just get a lighter version, put it over here, and grab this color and put it over here. Grab this color, put it over here, and then finally grab this color, and then make sure everything is connected. Whoops, we want to put this under the windowsill later. Just like that. And now we'll just drag that in over here. Okay, just like that. And now we're going to turn on alpha lock for this. And I think I want to make this a bit darker because it matches the dog way too much. Maybe this one will do good. Yeah, that looks really good. And for this one right here, it's a bit too red, so we're just going to make it this one over here. Oops. Like this. And now we'll just tap on alpha lock and get a darker version like this, and then just make little lines here. Just like that. And now we're going to make the shadow of the curtains. So we're just gonna get a darker version like that. And then make sure alpha lock is off. And make sure this is connected. Just like that. And then drag that color in. And you might have this white line right here, and how to fix that is when we drag it in, we're just going to slide more to the right, just like that, and now I can see there's no white line. And then we'll do the same over here. And a white line. Okay, so now we're going to start with our background. So what we're going to do is make a new layer below all the layers. And what we're going to do now is just make, we're just going to make some, actually first we're going to make some edits to our curtains again. Just going to make it a bit more fatter, let's say. What we can do is even bring it more this way. I think that looks good. And now what we're going to do is go back to our layer 6 and go grab this color right here. And then for our brush, we're going to go to airbrushing and use the hard brush. Size at 16. And we're going to get a lighter version of that. And then get an even lighter version of that. Just like this. And then we'll just keep it, just putting little blobs of different colors. And then finally we'll Gaussian blur it. Just like this. And then I can see there's a little white stuff over here. So what we're going to do is just draw more over here. Maybe over here we'll draw some. So there's no white. No glow around the dog. And then we'll just go to Gaussian blur and we blurred it all together. And what we're going to do for our smudging, we're just going to make little smudge strokes, and what I'm going to use for my smudge brush is under sketching, I'm going to use the soft pastel. Just like that. And you may not be able to see it, but there's some texture there. So what we're going to do over here now, we're just going to make the same color over here. Just like that. And now we're going to make our clouds. So let's just get a darker version like that. And then make little dots like that. But we want it to be not on the whole windowsill. We just want it to be here. And for our brush, we're going to use go to calligraphy. And what we're going to do is we're going to edit the monoline brush a little bit. So what we're going to do is go to monoline, and then we'll go to the properties, and then turn it minimum size. Okay, so now it's a bit thicker. And then we'll just go like this, and then drag it in. And just duplicate this and then put it over here. Just like that. And now to add something really beautiful, we're going to add a lightning bolt that's going to be in the sky, and it's going to look so stunning. So what we're going to do is just make we're going to just go like, this is what we're going to do. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. So we're going to make 2 points. And then for our bloom, we're just going to put it to maximum. And then we'll go back to our magic wand and then go to bloom and then make it bloom again. Turn the burn down. Just like that. And now what we're going to do is go to our dog layer, and you see this. We're just going to get this color and just fill that in there. Okay, so now we're just going to add some light. So first, let's tap the plus and then go to clipping mask and then tap the N and then go to add. And then for my yellow color, I'm going to choose this yellow right here. And now we're just going to make a highlight on the dog. Maybe just put down the size a bit more. What we're going to do is actually go back to monoline brush and then go to about this brush and then set reset all settings. Reset. And now what we're going to do is just go back and make the size a bit smaller. Just like this, and then add some on the nose. Oops, a bit too much. Get it more brighter for the nose. And just like that, we added a highlight. And then for our tail, we're gonna add some too. Just like that. So it's basically the light that's illuminating off the lightning bolt. And now we're going to add some other shadow, or we're gonna add shadow now to this little deck right here. And then tap the plus, and then tap on layer 11, tap on clipping mask, and then tap on the N, and then scroll up until you find multiply. Multiply is great if you want to add shadow to your drawing and add more depth. So what you want to do is just go down here and then make some shadow. Just like that. And then this is optional, but we can also add some shadow over here. That. And then now we're going to add some shadow to our curtains. So what we're going to do is just grab this color. Oops. I think it's a bit too... Oops, we forgot to do multiply. Okay, so now we're just going to make a crease like this. And then another one over here. Just make little creases of the curtain. I'll just make one like that. Do the same for this one. What we can do is actually just duplicate this layer and then put it down over here. And then just say flip horizontal and then make sure it's on clipping mask and then put it right over here. Just like that. And there you guys have it. You guys have made your very own beautiful window scene featuring a dog. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss an upload. Also, be sure to check out our other tutorials on our channel like this one here. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!